It was supposed to be a quiet night, a simple, comforting ritual between two people. One cooking dinner, the other studying hard for exams. But what came out of his mouth when she called him to the table changed everything. "What's for dinner tonight, bitch?" He said it with emphasis, with a smirk, with no understanding of what he'd just unleashed. She stood there, holding a hot pot of pasta sauce, thick with vegetables and meatballs. The scent of garlic and tomatoes filled the room. A meal made with care. A meal meant to help him focus, to show love, to ease the weight of his stress. And in return, she got a slur, a word loaded with history, a word that had been hurled at her by people who once tried to break her. And just like that, something in her snapped. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She let go. The pot of sauce hit the ground with a wet, final splatter. The rug was ruined. Dinner was over. She looked him in the eye and said, "Well, nothing's for dinner tonight now. And I'd better not hear you using that word again. It's for the girls." And then she walked out. This is not just a story about pasta. It's a story about dignity, about breaking points, about how love can rot when respect disappears. This is a story of a woman who'd had enough. Earlier that day, she'd been at work, grinding through a rough shift, carrying stress like a weight across her shoulders. But she still went over to his apartment. She still decided to cook him dinner. He was studying for exams, and she wanted to help. That's the kind of person she is. She didn't come expecting praise or thanks, just mutual respect, just kindness, just a basic understanding that partnership means appreciation. But instead, she got a punchline. He thought it was funny. He said it was a TikTok trend, just something guys do for laughs. She wasn't laughing, because for her, that word wasn't a joke. It was a wound that hadn't healed. A word used by abusive people in her past to tear her down. And now, the man she was with, the man she had chosen to cook for, had brought that same poison into her kitchen. She didn't scream. She didn't throw things. She just let the sauce hit the floor. He panicked, but not for the right reasons. He didn't say, "I'm sorry." He didn't ask if she was okay. He freaked out about the rug. "The sauce landed on my rug," he shouted. And then he said it again. "You're seriously acting like a bitch right now. I don't know what else to call it." That was the moment. The moment she realized this wasn't ignorance. This was entitlement. This was what he really thought when his ego got bruised. This wasn't a TikTok trend. This was who he was. So she left. She turned off her phone. She bought herself takeout and went to a friend's house. They opened a bottle of wine. And for one night, she felt safe again. Seen. Validated. But the story wasn't over. The next morning, the texts started. Angry. Demanding. He didn't ask if she was okay. He didn't apologize. He demanded that she come clean his rug, because he was too busy studying for exams. She couldn't believe what she was reading. He'd left the sauce there, all night, expecting her to come back, tail between her legs, and scrub the mess like a maid. So she sent him one final message. "Yeah, so that's the bitch tax, honey. Leave me alone till you're ready to handle your own cooking and cleaning, because this bitch isn't anymore. Also, it's vile you left that soaking in all night." He called her. Furious. He said he could clean for himself, but she was the one who threw the pot, so it was her responsibility. She replied calmly, "I'm not comfortable doing chores for someone who sees me as their bitch." And still, he didn't hear her. He went back to the same tired excuse. It was just a trend, a joke, a TikTok thing. That's when she hit back. Well, I'm starting a trend called saucing, where, as a little joke, people throw pasta sauce around. You can't be mad. It's just a little trend, just a jokey joke, just a little prank, bro. He hung up on her. And now, she's sitting in the silence that comes after truth, wondering if all of this, is going to be the end of their relationship. She's not confused about what happened. She knows she's not crazy. She knows she didn't overreact. But a part of her is still haunted by the question, am I really going to end a whole relationship over a stupid TikTok joke? Am I being too sensitive? Did I go too far? So she asks herself, and us, the question, am I the asshole? Here's the thing. Sometimes it's not about the trend. Sometimes it's not about the rug. Sometimes it's not even about the word itself. It's about what happens next. A man makes a mistake, even a dumb, juvenile one. What does he do when he realizes it hurt you? Does he pause and reflect? Does he offer grace, remorse, understanding? Or does he double down, defend himself, and twist the blame until you're the one on trial? When she dropped that pot of sauce, it wasn't an overreaction. It was a line in the sand, a final act in a story that had been simmering for too long. Because women aren't here to teach grown men not to use slurs. They're not here to laugh at being degraded as a joke. They're not here to clean up messes made by men who don't respect them. So no, she's not the asshole. She's the one who saw the red flags, in sauce and in spirit, and walked away. And to any man out there who thinks calling your partner a slur is just a trend, just a heads up, there's a new trend starting. It's called accountability. You might want to give it a try. So, was she the asshole? Or was she the only one willing to say, respect isn't optional. Love without dignity isn't love at all. This is AITA Story Vault. And here's our final reflection. This story isn't just about pasta or pranks. It's about boundaries. It's about how the people closest to us reveal who they are not when things are good, but when they're called out. And sometimes, all it takes is a single moment, a careless word, a rug left soaking, a refusal to apologize, to show you exactly who someone really is. So to everyone listening, what's your breaking point? Have you ever stayed too long in a situation because you doubted your own reaction? Have you ever accepted disrespect because it was disguised as humor? Let us know. And if you've ever had to walk away from someone who wouldn't take accountability, we see you. You're not alone. And no, you're not the asshole. This has been AITA Story Vault. Stay strong, stay saucy, and choose respect every time.